finally kicking in. The doctors told them that I am what they would call a prodigy once they analyzed the data from the test that performed on me. They were simple, to be honest, but hey, if this means I can be recognized as a genius early, then what the hell? By the time I was 5, I was already designing my armored suit. With my mind to be akin to that of a genius, I can recall everything I remembered ever from my previous world, especially the Iron Man armor from the movies. I'm sure you're wondering what happens to my AI Friday. Well, funny thing, my parents designed a layout for an AI and a lot of coding to nearly get it finished, but they never gotten around to it because of their newest invention and the company. So, that means I get to finish what they started. Took me months of hard work to get it done, but eventually I did, and thus I made my first friend.
Jacob, can you hear me?
Was fine. Made some finds, and
Enable two-way comms with you.
attention of the female students of my year. I honestly don't know how that happened, and I almost stuttered any time a girl would voluntarily want to talk to me, but luckily I had Friday with me to help me with social situations. I programmed her to be a social expert above all else, so that she can guide me to the right responses, so I don't make any stupid mistake. I wasn't sure if the girls liked me for me, or because I'm a Stark, but with Friday's help I was able to make some female companions that Friday says have crushes on me. I guess I'm better looking than I was before I came here. Thank you, presents. I did tell my parents about Friday when they caught me talking to myself one day and had to explain that I finished their project from long ago. They were beyond impressed that I could create such a complex AI from their simple designs. This goes to show that there is more to me than meets the eye.
You're cool. You know, you pick up a few tricks when you've been here as long as I have.
I already created my first arc reactors to create the Mark I, Mark II, and Mark III suits in the basement of our mansion in the outskirts of Gotham. Its vast open space was the perfect place for me to leave and come back with ease. The suits looked exactly like the movies, and they functioned just the same when I tested them out one night. I made them in secret from my parents, so that they could never know about me being out there fighting bad guys like Joker or Two-Face. I also pitched the idea of the reactors to my parents for create more clean energy. Again, they were astonished at my design. I was not yet ready to be out in the field, but soon I will be. First, I had to train my body. I asked my parents to sign me up.
I see you made it to the lift. Just take it down and find the elevator on that level.
Since we do live in Gotham, and despite Batman's appearance, crime will always be rampant in the city. They were hesitant, but gratitude is forced. Despite my reasoning, they didn't like the fact that I'm aware of the darker side of the world. They wanted to protect me from it. It's a noble thought, but foolish, since no matter what world you're in, there's always a dark side to humanity, and you can't ignore. You have to embrace it and hope for the best. For months, I would train to protect myself, so that I can be at least somewhat ready when I make my debut to the world. I would like for Batman to train me, but I don't think I'm ready for that level of torture just yet. My body has developed well over the course of my training. My body is lean, but strong, and I have a six-pack. A fucking six-pack. It's a dream come true for me. I also have learned more about this world's heroes and villains. The more information I got, the better it is for me to form countermeasures against, should I be forced to. It's similar to what Batman does, but I plan on being honest with the fact that I have contingencies for everyone rather than keeping it a secret. I create many files on the strengths and weaknesses of heroes and villains, including myself. I'm not deluded to think that I won't be a threat to the world if I somehow go rogue. Better be safe than sorry, right? I've also been gathering data on their identities. I don't want them to think I got my information by saying that I knew them from a comic book.
Something's wrong with
When I turned 9, I decided to finally go out as Iron Man. I'm pretty tall for my age, but not that tall. I'm at least 5 feet 4 inches. Fortunately, the Mark III suit gives off the appearance that I am a man and adjustable to my current size to make it work. I had Friday implement herself within my suits, because I'm definitely not going out there without her. I was able to fly out of my mansion without alerting anyone and flew on top of Gotham, listening to the police chatter. The Two-Face was expecting Batman, but he got me instead, and so I warned him to put the money down or else things will get violent. Two-Face and the rest of his guys decide to run at the back alley. Batman looks at me and my armor with his infamous bat glare. He asks me who I am and I tell him that I'm just a guy in a suit of armor looking to help the world in any way I can. I also tell him that I knew who he was under the mask, which widened his eyes. I start to fly away before he asks any more questions. As I'm flying, I also ask, news spread fast on my day. Eventually, Dick was placed under the care of Bruce Wayne and went to my school. I trusted him enough with it, and I told him about my history. He was both shocked and saddened about my death in my old world and my coming into this world to become a hero. I thought he wouldn't believe me, but he had an open mind about the whole thing. Batman gave me a stern, talking about starting my career with so little training, and thus offered to train me so I could be better prepared. I gladly took his offer without hesitation. Throughout the 4 years, I've created a good number of suits during that time leading me to the creation of my current armor.
Damn, that means you're headed to solitary.
If you're
You can still
wondering
reach the
why I was able
watchtower.
to make these
Just have to
suits
go the
without
long
anyone
way.
noticing
Just
while I got
be
one
careful.
next to me.
They keep
Friday.
the real crazies down
Friday
there.
has assisted me to keep my parents from knowing what I do and helping create the suits. I've made many suits with various functions for when I need them. I noticed that other heroes like Flash, Green Arrow, and Aquaman are having sidekicks of their own. I pitched the idea to Batman of Young Justice so that he can then pitch to the Justice League. I told him that even since people heard of him taking Robin as his protege, everyone else is doing the same. Young people with powers are suddenly building up, and thus they're going to need for them to become a part of something great. A response team trained to fight the battles the world can't should the Justice League be either outworld or incapacitated. He liked the idea and agreed on the possibility of such an event. Amazingly, he took me to the Watchtower to help pitch the League about this idea. I was extremely shocked that I would actually be inside the Watchtower talking to the League. My heart was racing ridiculously. Luckily, Friday gave me some encouraging words, and I was able to pitch the idea with little difficulty, but that was because Batman spoke the majority of the time. Batman discussed with me on I was never really a leader in my old world, but I did have some qualities to make me a decent one. I told him that even though we have a list of candidates, the leader of the group should be chosen by their peers rather than immediate appointment from a veteran Justice Leaguer. He agreed and presented several documents of possible members of the team. As Freeze is about to fire his ice gun, Robin throws his batarang at it. He stops talking and hears Robin's infamous laugh before Robin jumps on top of him, knocking him down. He then throws his batarang at Freeze's helmet. Freeze looks up and says, "Oh boy wonder. The Bat sent you to drag me off to prison." Frankly, he should have sent Iron Man, at least I wouldn't be underwhelmed. Robin then says, "Great, but I'm kind of in a hurry here." Freeze chuckles and says, "Kids. Always in such a rush." As he preparing to fire his gun. To which Robin states, "Not talking to you." This shocks Freeze, making him turn around and see both me and Batman jump from our hiding spot and punch him in the face, breaking his helmet. Now he is unconscious. I'm wearing my Mark 42 armor, and it makes me look really badass. I look to Robin, who smiles at me as I tell him today is the day. Washington, D.C. July 4th, 1400 hours Eastern Daylight Time. Now Robin and I are standing in front of the Hall of Justice with Batman, Green Arrow, Speedy, Aqualad, and Aquaman. Welcome to the Hall of Justice, says Green Arrow. Headquarters of the Justice League, says Aquaman. I then hear someone say, "Oh man," as we all turn around and see Flash and Kid Flash arrive. I knew we would be the last ones here, said Kid Flash as he crosses his arms. I chuckle at this even though I knew this would happen. I'm taller now that I'm 14. I guess you could say that I'm closer to Speedy's height now. We all then start to walk towards the hall with paparazzi taking pictures of us and talking about us. I hear some people say that I look amazing and a kid say that I'm one of the coolest heroes he's seen. I like this feeling to be recognized as a hero, but I got a long way to go before I become part of the big leagues. Ready to see the inner sanctum? Green Arrow asks Speedy. Born that way, he says. I'm glad we are all here, stay thoughtful lad. Have a foresight kit.
Oh shit, bro. One of my mates. I've known him forever. He was this thing. He attacked me.
You hurt?
No, but I had to kill him. Kill it. What the fuck is going on?
Elias, found the elevator, heading up now.
Good. Actually worked for us. Look, there's a weapons lockup just past the infirmary.
Good place to gear up.
You'll need to watch out, though. Security units are back online.
Oh, God, no! Move! No, we're not infected!
Lethal force has been authorized. Area secured. Moving to medical sector.
Prison systems are breaking down like that elevator back there. Just stay out of their line of sight and you should be able to sneak by.
Black Iron security unit active.
Can't let him see me.
All systems nominal.